All right. Practice midterm 8C, where the Fourier series coefficients of the periodic signal z of n is equal to the sum from k equals negative infinity to infinity of delta of n minus 2k with period n equals 2. All right. So what the signal is going to look like, it's going to be an infinite impulse stream. So if we took a couple values, let's do z is 0. Well, that's going to be equal to the sum over lk delta of minus 2k, and if k equals 0, then we get delta of 0, which is equal to 1. And any other k, if we put in any other k right here, well, we're going to evaluate to 0. So z of 0 equal to 1. If we did z of 1, we get the sum over k of delta of 1 minus 2k, and that's equal to 0 for all k. And then z of 2, that's equal to k delta 2 minus 2k. And if k is equal to, or 1k is equal to 1, then we get delta of 0, and that equals 1. So z2 equals 1. And here's what that infinite impulse stream looks like, just like that. But we want to find the Fourier series coefficient, so we can use this formula right here, and we get that a of k is equal to 1 over n, and the sum over little n equal to big N, and z of n e to the negative j k omega naught n. Well, n's equal to 2, so we can go from 0 to 1. N's equal to 2. That means that, well, omega naught is equal to 2 pi over n, which is going to be equal to pi. So we get omega naught is equal to pi. And then we just plug and play. So we get AK, or let's do A of 0. And that's going to be equal to 1 over 2. The sum from n equals 0 to n equals 1 of z of n e to the negative j times 0 times 0, and then omega naught is pi and n. And what this becomes is 1 over 2. Well, we have a 0 in here all the time, so that's just, that whole term goes to 1, and we get z of n, and we already figured out what that equals over there on the left, right here. 1 over 2 times 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 over 2. A of 1 is going to be equal to 1 over 2. E to n equals 0, n equals 1. Z of n e to the negative j 1 times pi times n, and that's equal to 1 over 2 well, let's write it out now. Let's do it right below it, come down here. That's equal to 1 over 2, and now we're going to write out the sum. So we get z evaluated at 0 times e to the negative j pi times 0 plus z 1 e to the negative j pi times 1. Well, this term right here, z of 1 is equal to 0. So this goes away. Right here, this term right here, this becomes e to the negative j 0, which is equal, which that term becomes equal to 1. So we get 1/2 times z is 0, or z at 0, times 1 plus 0. We know that z n equals 0 is equal to 1, so that's 1/2. 1 times 1 plus 0, which is equal to 1/2. So our Fourier series coefficients for z of n are a0 equals a1, and that equals 1/2. Thank you.